lie to Christoph like that. We had already decided to do 90 days first.
Shut
But
up.
just for you, Christoph, we're gonna do it just for you. Hi, Bomb Crafting with Amanda. Hi, Christoph, Chantel, Drea. Hi, sweetie. Oh my God. Okay. Christoph said, please, I'll just read that. I'm like, look, she don't know how she's in luck.
We're gonna
All
get
right.
the bad news over with first.
Yeah, we're gonna get the bad news over with first, Christoph. Anything for you. Anything for you. Debbie, you see 90 Day UK. Wait a minute. Has it started already?
They dropped the first 3 episodes already, and the first episode got such a funny title. Hold on, it's called
That sweet potato.
what the hell? I'm not just a vagina.
Okay, I will binge watch tonight. I didn't know it started already. I know it
Yeah.
was supposed to.
Yeah,
Okay.
I didn't realize it until I saw somebody talking about it on Reddit. And I was like, wait, they didn't even promote it.
No
Nothing.
promotion, but I knew it was starting, but they never
Mm-hmm.
gave a date.
No.
Okay.
They
Okay, let's
dropped
do.
the first 3 episodes
Mhm.
and without saying nothing.
Okay. All right. Well, okay. I'll watch it. All right. Let's do my chest is okay. I pulled something because
Again?
yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna be okay.
Girl.
Um Trying to overdo stuff, I guess. All right, Drea, I'm going to watch. Okay, let's get this shit show of a show over with. 90 Day
Ryan,
Fiance
hold on.
Happily Ever After. What is so happy?
Ryan, if you have Discovery Plus, I found it on there because I don't have HBO Max. I only have Discovery Plus.
Yeah, I have Discovery Plus.
Okay, so who we
Hi,
starting with
Ryan.
on this stupid show?
Shall we start with Gino and Natalie and Jasmine and all of that shit?
This is so dumb. How Gino ain't tell that woman that he in an open relationship, and how he broke the rules that they set up. Like, and how are they supposed to expect us to believe that this is in production?
First of all, on that, the rules had been broken because Jasmine had been screwing with Matt. She was
That's
living with.
irrelevant. We're not
Okay,
talking about that. We're talking about Gino.
okay, but wait a minute. You said how he broke the rules. Okay, the
Mhm.
rules were only done for a production. Jasmine had been broke those rules.
But that's
She had.
not what we're seeing on the
I
TV.
know. Okay, let's stick with what we've seen on TV. So
And the
he
thing
kicked Jasmine
is,
out the house after an argument. She had no place else to go. She couldn't go stay with his sister in law and his brother in law. She had to go move in with Matt. Got you. Okay.
in a different state.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got
Okay.
that down. But
Okay.
why didn't he just keep the moral high road instead of saying, well, yes, it's my turn to start exploring this open relationship
But
and
see,
agreed with?
and when I saw Natalie, even when I saw her on IG, I said Jasmine 2.0. Now, he says he still loves Jasmine. Jasmine supposedly still loves him as she's sitting there crying and still fucking Matt. Okay, so he's got Natalie. Now he lied to Natalie, but let me tell you, the ice bar they went to is the same bar that we go to. It's three of them. They went to the one on South Las Vegas Boulevard. Okay, so of course, of course, but that ice bar is good though because I saw him drinking at the titty. I was like, okay, that's the other one. So anyway,
Mm.
and there's one in the Grand Shops, which I don't really like that one, but I like the one on South of Las Vegas. So
Mhm.
they went, of course, and then they went back to the motel, well, the hotel, because they didn't stay on the strip. He was at like a Quality Inn or Hampton Inn or something.
Oh
And
my God.
do we think they slept together? And my dumb thing was she picked him up from the airport. but he took an Uber back to the airport, which made no sense. But do we think they slept together?
She had checked out once he explained to her finally.
But it was after they had spent the night together. Remember, they went back to the motel, the hotel. They put the beer. Oh, with them licking. Who licks the outside of a beer bottle with
It
everybody's
wasn't beer, it was a champagne
champagne?
split, and it
Yeah,
wasn't even real champagne. It was
yeah.
just
It was
like,
just. Ugh.
mm.
I'm not licking. I They have to pour my beer in a glass. I'm sorry, and no, no. So and even when I buy beer, I actually wash the bottles before I put them in the refrigerator. Because everybody be touching your shit. I'm sorry. Um, but they spent the night together. Then
Mhm.
he explains to her what she asked because he wasn't gonna tell. And that's when he explained about the open marriage. Now, I'm going to give Natalie some credit. She
Mhm.
says that he needs to tell Natalie about her. I mean, not Natalie, Jasmine about her.
See,
But why would
she
you want
knew
to be
that
in
he was
an open
married.
relationship? Yeah, but why would you want to be in an open relationship if you're looking for something else?
Why do you want to be in a relationship with somebody that you already know is still married?
Yeah, that's true.
That was her first mistake. And its second mistake was you knew he was already married and you didn't ask any of these questions beforehand when y'all talking
Exactly.
on the phone and all of this bullshit.
All this time they have been talking, okay?
I don't believe any
I
of
don't
this.
believe it either because I knew he was going through a divorce when we met. I knew the whole details. She was moving out the house. He was there for 2 weeks, giving her a chance to move out. I didn't have to act shit. That's why I always said no one can tell me anything about him that he hadn't already told me. So, no. I'm not going to be with somebody and all this time you're talking. So was he talking to her when when Jasmine was still living there? Or was it after like we see on TV, because we know Jasmine was not there. But was he speaking to her while Jasmine was allegedly still living in the house? Or did they start talking when he supposedly kicked, and I'm doing air quotes, supposedly kicked her out after an argument? Out of all the arguments you had, you gonna kick her out because you thought that she was spending all day at the gym screwing Matt. Got you.
Mhm.
Okay. So I'm listening, Debbie. What you think?
Um, I don't believe any of it.
I wish my dad.
I don't believe her. I don't believe him. He looked like he spent like 2 days trying to remember those lines. Um, I don't think he got any. She might have spent the night, but that don't mean that she gave him any, and that doesn't mean that he was capable of giving her any.
Yep, he said he hadn't had sex in over a year. Now,
Mm-hmm.
like I
Mm-hmm.
told Lexi that Jasmine and Gino were filming Happily Ever After. I knew because my girl told me because Gino was telling her. But when Lexi asked Jasmine, she told her something totally different. She lied to her good friend, Lexi.
Well, where there's contracts involved, I would lie to my best friend
But she
too.
tells her everything else.
Mm-hmm.
She tells her everything else.
She needs a check now, don't she? And he
Hmm.
can never talk about sex, all those innuendos all the time. He's nasty. Yes, Christoph, he is nasty.
Oh, so last resort was early March. When you go to Vegas, I was there in May. May. Are we talking last year? Because last year I was there in I went in March, I went in June, I went in August, I went in September, and I went in December. God damn. Damn. Okay. Yeah. So I was there towards last year. Yes. So that's when I was there last year. That's when I was there last year. But he was off the strip. He was not on the strip. He was off the strip. And they probably did that on purpose. You know what I mean?
No, that means that they made him pay for his own hotel.
Okay, so what do you think of the Jasmine and Gina? I mean, Jasmine and Matt. Now, when she met Matt at the airport, that was the last. I was thinking, I'm like, wait a minute. Why is she meeting Matt at the airport? Like I said, Matt was coming, but Matt has a house supposedly in Michigan as well.
Mm.
What does Matt do for a living?
Isn't he a trainer?
So he has a house in Michigan as well. And what do you
Nobody said that he owned it.
okay? And what do you think about the fact that Matt said he wasn't looking for anything serious?
He was being honest.
Okay, all right. Anything else you want to say? But I just think the whole shit. I don't buy him not telling Natalie before the cameras were rolling. I just don't buy that.
That is probably the only thing I could see him doing because he fell so easily back into lying and twisting the truth and all sorts of foolishness. Like that's Gina.
But wouldn't okay if you started talking to Gina and you know he was on this show, why wouldn't you go watch that his show?
But he didn't bother to tell her until they started filming. And that's another thing too. He asked you to film with him for this show. Like this doesn't make any sense.
I wonder if she's getting paid. Well, if she got paid,
Probably.
I'll send her a
Probably.
message and ask her. Not necessarily because on Love After Lockup, what's his face ex-wife was in scenes and she was driving to meet them, and the only thing she ever got was gas money, which was like $30.
I think they giving her something. After all, she's got to do it. Well, not do it, but she's got to film with him. So
Okay,
lucky she ain't getting hazard pay.
okay. And what do you think about uh Elizabeth, Andre, Lauren with her nose? I cannot stand that woman. Lauren. And did you see how Alexi was kind of like trying to ignore her? And she feels it's her business to tell Elizabeth about she's making the biggest mistake of her life. Didn't she want to move to Israel?
Yeah, this is the same trope that Andre was pressuring Lauren into moving to Israel a few years ago. It's the same
Alexi.
thing.
Alexi.
I mean, sorry. No. Wait. Yeah, Alexi. I get
If
confused with
it
these people
wasn't for the
names.
war that broke out, they were going
No.
to move, right?
It was at least a year before war broke out.
This can certainly disrupt.
Alexia, I mean Alexa, shut up. She's talking
Oh.
about wars.
All right, I'll stop talking now.
Oh my god. Because then when the war broke out, he was telling her some bullshit about how he want to go back and fight, and she is either late pregnant or just had the third kid, and she's like, I understand, but you've got 3 kids here. See? So yeah,
But then his dad came.
uh-huh.
Okay. So, but she feels the need to want to butt her nose into somebody else's business. I don't like her. I don't think Yara likes Lauren too much either, or Elizabeth.
Well, Lauren has placed her and her husband as the moral authority, and they presume that they're the most successful couple on this franchise. And they did that from the time they told somebody in one of their first tell alls. It's people like you who make the 90-day process super difficult for
It
the rest
was
of us
what's her
with
name?
real
Yep, it
relationships.
was what's her name, who was with the guy who went to jail for the drugs. Yes, I remember that because
So,
it was her
yeah.
and the other couple, and she had came from Colombia, I do believe, and
Mm.
then the other girl who came over, and then the husband went to jail for the pot. Yeah, yeah,
So
okay.
from then on, she thought she was better than the rest of the trash on this show. And I mean, she could think that she's better, but as long as you cashing in this check and you're exposing your family, your children, your husband, yourself, and all of your little idiosyncrasies um to our review, you ain't no better than the rest of them. I don't care how many upgraded engagement rings you have, how many luxury handbags you have,
How many
how much
surgeries you
pieces of
have?
real estate you have. You are no better than the cesspool that you are swimming in on this show, Lauren.
She's when she was taken up for Angela, people turned all the way against her. She's disgusting. Well, I didn't like her to begin with because she's I don't know. I just don't like her. I don't like her, and she thinks she knows right. And there's a reason why her mother and her had a falling out. And Alexi mentioned that when he was talking to Andre. Uh, she and her mother had a falling out, and they're not speaking at all.
Well, this wouldn't be the first time.
Nope, it wouldn't be. Um, what do we think about Kara and Gear? What's his name?
Guillermo?
Guillermo. Oh, Kara. Isn't
Hmm.
Kara in the new video with Bad Boys when they're doing I would care for you. Yeah, yeah. Girl, you're
Girl,
perfect.
stop.
And you're so
She is
deserving.
not.
Yes, she is. That's her.
Wait,
She's in the video with
the
the bad
bad
boy.
boys of 90 Day Fiance,
Yeah,
Josh and
with
them?
Jamal. Oh my God, he should never open his shirt again. Rob is so fucking sexy. And yeah, Kara's in that video. Yep, look at
Mm.
Drea. That's her.
Mm.
She is in the video.
Well, this is the
Oh,
only
I didn't say
storyline that I
nothing.
have any interest in. And I think because they have gone to acting school.
Oh shit. Okay.
And she is a very determined young woman who wants what she wants, but she wanted a child and she
Mhm.
married a child. And she
Yeah. Well,
married
she did
someone
say
that,
that. She
yeah,
said she's got 2 kids.
well, she should have known that from before because she plucked him out of the DR from behind the bar that she picked him up at.
Mm-hmm.
And he ain't had no goal or life in at that time when other than to get to the United States. Do I think they liked each other? Yes. But I don't think he was the one for her. But she saw an opportunity to get on this show, and I think this is to help her with her entertainment career because she was an entertainer. Then she became a part of an event management team,
Yeah.
probably hurting the entertainers. Yeah.
Well, what do you
I
think about her sing? What kind of music does she sing again? I forgot.
what
Did
she
she
said,
sing Bajia?
bachata, bachata,
Bachata. That's it. What is that?
right?
I didn't even
I
look it up.
don't know. I don't know. Bunkity
And he
dinky
wants
dinky
to
dink.
join the Air Force to provide for his family. First, you got to be able to pass the test, Guillermo. And you need to.
No, did he say he wanted to join the Air Force so that he could learn to fly?
Yeah, but he still has. First of all, you've got to pass the test to get in, and you have to score high to go in to learn to be a pilot.
My thing is, he could have gone down to the local executive airport and do what all the rest of us do is get pay for flying lessons. He could have done that. And he could have kept his job. And I blame Kara for this because you adopted another child and you're not raising him right.
Oh, Debbie, you're so mean. But what do you think? The fact, because I remember the first episode, they're sleeping in separate rooms. They don't have a marriage. Well,
they'll get back in the room together because he is inching for that. All at the peach patch, he was dying to get up in her peach.
Yeah, he was.
And I felt bad for her when she said, I still haven't gotten over when we was at the therapist and he asked me if I love you and I said yes, and he asked you and you had to think about it.
Yeah.
But again, you ain't raising your adopted child right.
I am interested in this storyline because every time, but she did call him out. She goes, "You always have plans to do this and this, but you never follow through." I was like, "Oh shit." Look,
but
shit.
That has been him from the jump. How many different careers was he doing each time we seeing him? That's been him from the jump. Put him back to where he is, where he belongs, behind a bar.
They're already divorced? Huh.
Ooh.
I didn't know
How many
that.
years he's been here in the States? Because then we'll really know if this was
it hasn't been 10 years. Because
you don't need to be married for 10 years. It's like 4
I think they
or
were on
5.
season 9. No, they weren't season 9. I think they were season 9. Yeah.
Okay.
It was season 9.
Fiance.
I think it was season 9.
Kara and Guillermo married. They got married July 2021.
So they were season 9.
I don't care about the season. I need to know how many years.
Oh, okay. So 4 years?
I think he could apply.
She got pregnant and they had the baby. What, 5 months after they got married, they got pregnant.
Yeah, I think he can apply.
Okay. All right.
Because don't forget, he's originally from Venezuela. And I feel like his family could give him the money to pay for his citizenship.
He got to pass the test again. Okay.
No, citizenship, not to do with Air Force or nothing like that.
I'm talking about my daughter-in-law had to take a test to become an American citizen or a naturalized citizen. She took a test.
He can pass that. He's not stupid. He can pass that. He just doesn't know how to apply himself, but he's not stupid. And what I remember from them, all of his siblings, or the majority of his siblings, like his brothers and all of that, got out of Venezuela. It's not cheap to get out of Venezuela.
Okay. All right. So what else do you think about Kara and Guillermo?
I think she should stick to real estate. And didn't she have a side hustle of blowing up balloons or something? I think she should stick to that.
I don't know, but what else she said her singing career is taking off. I have to go listen to some bachata music because I have no damn idea. Okay. Oh God. Can we talk about Stacy's toes, please?
Hold on, Ryan. I agree with your statement. Being from Venezuela, he does need to stay married.
Yep. Hi, Gwen. Can we talk about Stacy's toes, please?
Do we have to?
Girl, did you see her feet? And they always trying to cram them in those shoes. They've got flat, wide feet. You cannot put that shit in narrow shoes.
Yes, you can. And that's why you wind up with a cramp in your foot.
But did you see how her toes were going?
She needs.
I have to rewind it.
Water. Yeah, she needs to drink water. And you know she's not because it'll bloat her up.
But did you
She must have
see
put the
the
boulders in there,
cellulite
smush.
and the rumple in their legs and I'm like, all the suction you be getting, your shit still isn't smooth. Girl, I was looking at my legs going, oh my God, they're 50. I'm 63. My legs don't look like that.
Oh, it was Darcy who had the foot cramp.
Well, it was
I don't
Dorsey.
I
But why
don't know
would
the difference between the two of them, to be
well, it
quite
was
honest.
Dorsey because I couldn't. So, well, yeah, because Dorsey's lips are bigger. But why would you get your husband to touch her nasty toes?
Because he was the only one that was there.
Girl.
And you know that these young men are there like butlers.
Girl. So they're going to the party. I don't know why they have to be dressed alike. You can see when they were dancing, they got the sheer shit on, and you can see that it was sweating in their butt. Okay. So Georgie had to work. See, Georgie said she said he's a jump. Is he working at a massage parlor?
Isn't that what he used to be? Like a physical, like a trainer slash physical therapist or something like that?
Yeah, so now he's the district manager and the what? At a massage parlor? Am I crazy?
At
Can somebody
Massage
help
Envy?
me?
Is he the
Oh yeah,
one that gets
Florian and
busted for
Darcy
giving
are
happy
close.
endings?
Yeah, Florian and Darcy are really close.
I thought they
Okay.
got divorced. Didn't Florian and Stacy
He
get?
blocked them all after but they filmed this. Wait a minute, pay attention. They were filming this, I think, during the last resort.
I think there is a kind of time warp going on this show,
Oh yeah, there's
especially
a
with
time warp.
Jasmine.
Yeah, yeah, there's a time warp. And there's a time warp with Tiger Lily too and Adnan. Okay? Because when they did the reunion, she had already had the baby.
Drea, if it was Sarper giving the happy endings, I would have win. I'm not going for none of these little young ting 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 tings. I need Sarper.
So he's a general manager. He gets
No,
to the
he not.
party. The district man. This is what Darcy was saying. I mean, Stacy was saying in the car ride over there. Okay. Notice how Florian says, okay, let me get in first. He gets in and jumps his ass in the back seat. They get in, and then they get to the party, and they're like, hey. And,
Okay, hold on. They trying to say that he's a district manager.
that's what she said.
So if he's district manager, why couldn't he come on time? Because district manager doesn't clock in or clock out.
Clock out, nor do they do any work to take their wedding band off.
Thank you. So what lies are they trying to tell me?
Don't know. No, not CEO. She said district.
Mm-mm.
And she only found out that day, that morning, because he had to work. His wife's 50th party, 50th birthday.
He had to work, so he was on the roster. What district manager is on the roster?
Exactly. When she said that, I'm like, wait a minute, what? And then she says, oh, well, he's got a big promotion. I'm like, wait a minute, what? What?
Big promotion of what? Washing the towels?
Oh, no. And then Stacy just looked like, yeah, okay. So he gets there and she goes, where's your ring? And he was like, well, when I'm working, I'm like, wait a minute, what? But you're district manager. You shouldn't be working.
Mm-hmm.
She is so jealous of Dorsey, of Stacy's relationship with Florian. She's jealous of anybody. Dorsey looks like Madam. I'm telling you, she looks horrible. Okay, horrible. Stacy looks a little smooth. Darcy looks horrible. So, Georgia finally shows up, which I thought was funny as shit. He's greeting everybody before he greets his wife.
Because they was in his way.
And then he tells her, "Have fun at the party. I'm gonna go in with my friend."
Well,
But she's going to go to Bulgaria to meet his family. Here's where I think the problem is going to occur. She did the same thing when she went over to meet Jesse's family. Remember? When she met Jesse, then when she
mm-hmm.
met Tom's sister, she does the same shit. She doesn't know how to tone down, how to be demure. She thinks everything she does, they're going to eat her ass up in Bulgaria.
Well,
Then when she,
isn't the father a former Soviet interrogator?
yep, and then she was talking, yeah, he is. Then she was talking to whatever, Svet's wife, which is gorgeous. And she's telling her, they're going to talk about you to the friends, to the sons, to the neighbors. You have to tone it down. She goes, well, I just need to be myself. Even your own daddy doesn't like the way you dress, girl. You're 50 years old. You are not 20, 21, 22. You're 50. So I don't think this trip is going to go well, Debbie. What do you think?
Um, how are they still married? And have you been married to this man, but yet you've never met his parents? Because I'm getting the impression that she has never even had a FaceTime.
And that's what I was, Debbie. I was getting the same impression.
Mm-hmm.
He has never talked to anyone in his family. But
So
the
y'all
mom,
just need to admit that she is to get him his papers. That's it.
yeah,
Just
but,
admit it.
but did you see the text message from the mom when I guess Dorsey had that noise? When Dorsey had kicked Georgie out right before Christmas or right around Christmas time. Did you see the text message from Mama?
Was that the one? How could you kick someone out in the cold or something like that?
Yep,
She going in with them people hating her.
yep.
Why
And
bother to go at this point?
and even Stacy said this is not going to turn out well for Dorsey.
Hmm? If you know you married a man for papers, just deal with it.
How many
Stop.
times did they break up though? Because
Every
he went
episode.
back. He moved to New York.
Mm.
He had moved to New York and then he came back. Well, and then he got divorced because remember, he was married to the black chick. Remember?
From DC, yeah.
Yes. Well, I'm sorry. He didn't go to New York. He went back. No, I think he went to New York. But yes.
It's just a mess. Mm-mm-mm. He has
But,
his papers from his first wife.
uh-huh.
So he's not marrying Darcy for papers?
No.
Oh, ew. But he got with her during COVID, right? And he was a physical trainer at that time. So, he went with her for lifestyle. Mm.
For a lifestyle?
Yeah, because nobody was at the gym during COVID. That's when we met him.
Oh.
Remember, the father wouldn't let them bring the strange men into the house during COVID, so they had to go and get the hotel rooms, the extended stays, remember?
Uh-huh. Okay.
And they had to film there because the father got stuck in the States when COVID hit. He had left China and his wife, or whoever that woman is over there, and came back. I remember that storyline. And he would not let them film with the men in the house with the girls there, with the children there.
Okay.
And they could come over and see them on a schedule, but they had to film at the hotel.
Okay. Got it.
He hid his money in his sock. Yes, Drea.
Yes.
He was hiding his money from her
Yep.
and making her pay for everything.
So Do we think that Georgie, like they trying to say Florian was cheating on Stacy?
Thank you, Ryan.
Do we think that Georgie is cheating on Dorsey?
Well, how could he as district manager slash CEO?
Hi, Amber. Wait a minute. Let me see. Is Florian and Stacy divorced? That's what I was supposed to be checking. Because remember, he had removed them from his page after the last resort.
Thank you, Ryan. Yes, I remembered that because I was cheering for their father, for having some fucking common sense. Ugh. But
Because
he came out of
okay,
his
so
pocket on his
early
fifth marriage.
2025 is when they actually split. It doesn't say
Mhm.
they're divorced, but he removed her and Georgie and Stacy from following him
Oh, so he's just done with filming, period.
for now, I guess.
Then he must have got promoted from oil boy to towel boy at
I'm talking about
Massage
Florian.
Envy.
I'm talking about Florian.
Oh, Florian. Florian got his new teeth and he can take pictures now. Y'all notice that he got new chiclets?
Yep. But yeah,
Georgie
he
is
remember he removed them from following him. And I didn't check to see if they're following him again. But this was after. So this was. That's what I'm telling you. They were filming
Mhm.
the last resort when they were filming um happily ever after.
I think they filmed Happily Ever After before Resort, to be honest. I think they
You
did.
think?
Yeah, they're just showing it out of order.
Okay. Because Jasmine was pregnant at the last. Well, we didn't see it until she was in the confessional. But
Mhm.
okay. So yeah, but something is going on. I can't wait for her to go to Bulgaria because this is reminding me of Jesse all over again. Tom and his sister. You remember when they went out to the club and they were
Mhm.
doing the dancing and she couldn't do it and she was jealous because Tom was dancing with this woman and she was just sitting there getting upset and crying. That's all she does is cry.
Okay, hold on. Dre is saying no because the twins turned 50 last September. But you know that they could film at any time to say that these girls are celebrating their birthday and doesn't have to be their birthday.
Yeah,
But we're
I'm
going to go with
confused.
Drea.
I'm
Hmm.
confused because when we were watching The Last Resort, somebody in the chat said, and I think you even said, "Oh, that means that Florian and I mean not Florian, that Stacy and Georgie are gonna be on something else." And then they brought him to the last to the tell-all. And when you start seeing these people like that, you know they're coming back. All right, let's get to Adnan and oh Lord, Tiger Lily.
Okay, I had a
What?
big problem with her. And everybody is freaking out over these $12,000 toilets. I could care less about that. She is pregnant. This man just got off of a plane,
Yep.
coming to live for the first time in a new country in Texas and blah, blah, blah. And he must drive. Drive where?
That's
Do
what
you know
girl,
where you going? Do you
girl,
have a license? And
girl,
she's such a fucking idiot to put her and her unborn baby at risk. And
Debbie.
then going through the storm and he's scared like a 5-year-old fucking child. I
When
would have
he
hit him with the top of my shoe and kicked him out of the car and went home.
when he went through that stop sign, and she was like, I was like, first of all, does he have an international license? Probably not. Hell to the fucking no. Is he allowed to drive here without having an international license? Hell to the fucking no.
So stupid.
And
So
how did he know
stupid.
where he was going? And she's going, well, it's a long drive. And then the rain starts and he's looking and not looking at the road. And I'm like, are you crazy? And then she's like, uh, do you want me to drive? No, bitch. Pull my car over. Pull my
Mhm.
Lambo over that I'm leasing
I don't
and
get
let me
it.
drive my damn car.
I
He's
don't.
not even on the insurance.
She gotta know. She gotta know. He wasn't gonna put me and my child at risk in my dusty womb. He was not. It didn't make any sense to me. None at all. And now we find out, oh, surprise, surprise, he wants her to convert to Islam.
So, yep, he wants her to become a
We knew that
Muslim.
from the beginning.
And did you hear that they're supposed to be getting a divorce?
They are?
That was the rumor running around. They're supposed to be getting a divorce.
And who gonna get that baby?
I'm sure. But then there's also a thing that says that Adnan actually has a wife in his country.
Oh.
But she likes her. So, what do you think about the log cabin?
I think it's cool.
I think it's nice, but why
Mhm.
is she out there acting like she's digging up dirt? Why? Is that just for filming? Because you're not doing that shit.
She must want to bring the child early. I don't know.
But the thing is, remember, we had a whole big thing with her being married to her ex, to Darren. She never got divorced.
Well, she never really got married over in Jordan because like we saw her sign the book, but was that for real? Um was there an Islamic cleric there to sign off on
I don't
that?
know.
Like
They
we
just
don't
went
ever
sit there
see
with
the
the family.
documents.
Yeah, they just went sit there with the family. Then they dressed up, played dressed up. But the rumor is Adnan, whatever his name, Adnan has a wife.
But he can take up to 4 wives.
Yes,
So she could have been number 2.
but does she know that? Maybe that's
That's
why they're getting
irrelevant. It's not
divorced.
for her to know.
But he wouldn't be driving my car. Sorry, not at all. He wouldn't be driving my
Not
car.
his first time touching down,
Nope.
no.
And that's elite. And that's what was bugging me. Okay, so Drea said they filmed June 2024.
But all of these have different timelines though. They it seems that they've filmed at different times of the year. I don't think they're all filming at the same time. Cuz when did Tiger Lily have the little boy?
She had the baby, what, about 2 weeks before the reunion, or 3 weeks? Because remember, they all flew private.
Right, but she wasn't on Last
Hi,
Resort.
Julie. No, she was. I said the reunion. No, she wasn't on
Right.
Last Resort.
So when was her baby born? And then got hair plugs. Oh my god.
No, he didn't get a spousal visa that fast. No way in hell. He should not have been driving unless he has an international license.
He's
Then, did you hear the map quest going? Did
till
you hear the
October.
directions going to tell
Okay,
him where to go?
so she had the little baby in September, but she wasn't on Last Resort, so it
No, she
doesn't
wasn't.
matter with her when their tell-all was.
Yep. But they did the tell all September 2024. She had the
But
baby.
which tell-all is that
I'm
though?
talking about the tell all for 90 Day Fiance. That's the tell all I'm talking about. Not
Um,
not the last resort at all. She had just had the
she
baby.
just oh yeah, she did. That's when she was in the mint green
Yeah, she had had the
thingy.
baby. They flew private, and they brought the hairdresser with them, whatever. But they flew private. So we're now to believe in happily ever after that she's
Mm.
pregnant. So I was thinking she was pregnant with a second child for him, but this is the first child.
I think they said they were trying to have another one, or
Okay,
they
then you're
weren't
missing my
preventing
point.
a second one.
You're missing my point. My
What?
point is, at the reunion for 90 Day Fiance, they already had the baby. Now we're at happily ever after, and she's pregnant. It makes no sense. They filmed this. It's just crazy. She was
But that's what I'm
filming
saying. Each
happily ever
couple
after.
has a
Yes,
different timeline.
yes, exactly. Yes, exactly. They have a different timeline. So we can't pinpoint any damn thing.
No.
Nothing. Because now they're showing us she's pregnant. He's getting off the flight. It's been 3 months since she saw him. And why would she bring black balloons to the airport?
Because that's what was at the Dollar Tree.
Okay. Yes, they filmed out of order. And that's what they did. I just can't take it. Because I was like, wait a minute. Is she pregnant with a second baby? No, that's the first baby.
When they opened up with Gino and Jasmine, did I think I missed it? Did they say something 7 weeks earlier when they
Yes.
opened up with them?
Yes.
So they're going backwards. Okay.
Hmm.
Uh, her heels looked
Yeah, they
awful.
look awful. You spend all that money on fake hair and you can't take care of your damn feet. Something wrong with you. Something wrong
Well,
with you.
she can't bend down to reach them, I guess.
Okay.
But maybe her esthetician is no longer her friend slash service provider.
Well, it was probably a man, and you know how he feels. Oh, it says 7 months.
7 months prior. Oh, okay, okay, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, it says 7 months. That's 7 weeks.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. That's well, they filmed before. Yeah. So for the happily ever after. So when I forgot his name, and his wife came over. I thought it was funny how the toilet shot, and she didn't know. But you see how flimsy that remote is on that wall?
Well, you mean for the toilet?
Yes.
Is it finished setting up properly? Because she shot that woman in the mouth.
I don't think so. I
Like
don't think so.
I wouldn't like, and she couldn't get it turned off. And like, who wants toilet water in their mouth?
And
Like,
that's why it was her shirt was wet, and she was like, I don't know how to turn it off. I was like, really? So that's the kids' bathroom and the guest bathroom. So the kids must be gonna be closer to the front of the house.
let me tell
Okay.
you, that bathroom is gonna get flooded all the time because those children are gonna go in there pressing the buttons, and nobody knows how to turn that shit
Yep,
off.
I wouldn't have put that toilet in the kids' bathroom at all. At all.
Mm-mm-mm.
Those kids are too young for that. I wouldn't have put that toilet in the kids' bathroom. Not at that age. Not at that age. Unless you're going to teach them how to use it, which is they're still going to play with it.
Your butt is supposed to
Yep.
block it. That is true.
Yep. I'm telling you, girl, I love my Japanese style toilet. I'm telling I should just, I just love it. Okay, so who else did we see? Anybody else besides
Mm,
Lauren and Gear? I think we caught everybody.
I think at the beginning of the episode, they finished up the fight
Yeah,
at
they
the
did.
housewarming. Um, I don't remember anybody else but
Oh,
them.
well, of course we had Andre and Alexi. I mean, Andre and Elizabeth, and he was
Mhm.
trying to convince her, that just to go over there. But I just want them gone, period. I don't give a fuck where they go. Moldova, Bulgaria, they just need to go. I don't want to see them no more. I don't want to see Gino and Jasmine. I don't want to see Lauren and Alexi. I don't want to see Yara and Jovi. I don't want to see none of these people. I'm sick of them.
They have succeeded in making the most hated cast ever. There's nothing of interest here. Nothing.
Yes, I wouldn't have worn those shoes pregnant. Who would? But the fact, okay, let me just say this. The fact
Mhm.
that he's telling her at the airport. Now, if anybody has ever went to Dallas Fort Worth Airport, it's hard to get out that bitch. It's hard to get out of Houston International. It's hard unless you know how to leave that airport. He doesn't know. I wouldn't
Mhm.
let that man drive my car. I wouldn't
I
let him
think
drive my car.
it's not so much the car for me, it's that she was pregnant.
She was
And
forget. That's what I'm talking about.
yeah.
You're pregnant. This man doesn't know, and she's telling him, "You got to move over." He was, "I got this. I drive all the." You don't drive here. You don't drive
Mhm.
in Dallas. And when I'm looking at them on the freeway, I'm like, okay, are you be taking the toll roads? Are we gonna go around? I'm like, how does he know where to go? Because we didn't hear her giving him no directions. I didn't hear the navigation system giving him any directions. So how the hell does he
Mm.
know where he's going? And then it's
Well,
raining. Oh my God, I've never seen. And that rain was coming down.
mm-mm. He didn't have a spousal visa to come here. I bet money on it. I bet he's here on a tourist visa. I would agree with
Probably
that.
so. Probably so. Probably so.
Especially if she's the second wife. Yeah.
And the thing is, everything that we looked at, it shows that divorce from Darren was never finalized.
Is it finalized now?
Nope. And I'm just looking. Nope. The judge dismissed it because he was waiting for paperwork. And I'm looking and I don't see where this damn divorce is ever finalized. And
Mm.
then there's a Reddit post 5 months ago. Tiger Lily never divorced her ex husband.
Oh, that's messy.
And it says Adnan is not here on a spousal visa. So
Are
he
you
said,
reading what Drea wrote on Reddit?
no, I'm looking, no, no. I don't even know Drea's Reddit name, girl. No.
He could only go back to Jordan several times a year if he's on a tourist visa. He couldn't do that if he was on a spousal or a
Yep.
K-1 visa.
Yep. So that's exactly it. And this person that's speaking in Reddit, they know, well, from experience, he is not here on a spousal visa.
Mm.
Now, I'm looking forward to next week when he's telling her that he's the man of the house. And this is, and she has to do as he say. What?
Is he paying for the house? Because if she's a second wife, he's supposed to be keeping her in the same style and fashion as the first wife.
I said, rumor has it. That's what I said. Rumor has
Mm.
it. I don't know if it's true or not, but that's the rumor that he has a wife.
Mm-mm-mm. Mm. Wait, what's this? What's this? Uh,
So if they really did sign the stuff, the U.S.
mhm.
will recognize that marriage, just like they recognize Angela's marriage to Michael. They will recognize that marriage. It doesn't matter. But the question is, we saw them sitting around, and we did see Tiger Lily sign paperwork. I don't know what paperwork,
Mhm.
but we did see her sign something.
That could have been the room service check.
Girl, they were sitting there with
I
whoever.
know. I'm just
Okay.
being
I'm
difficult.
like, you're just as crazy. Okay. Anything else good happen on 90 Day?
Um, no.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
Nothing good. Ooh, Lord.
I'm surprised we got that much out of it.
Yeah, because it was a bad episode. Ooh, Debbie. The Real Housewives. I want to show you guys the outfits. And hold on. So that's what I was typing. I found the outfits. And I want you guys to tell me, who do you think is best dressed? Which I think I know. But let's look at this. I found the reunion look, and I actually found Britt Eaton's reunion look too. There is Cynthia. What do you think, Debbie?
Mm, I think it was appropriate for being a friend and a person of a particular age and vintage. I thought
Okay,
she looked nice.
okay. What do you think about Phaedra?
Next,
Portia.
I like the top. I
I
don't
love
like
the
the
top.
bottom.
I love. Now if that would have finished out all the way down, I'd have been good. What do you think about Shamia? She looks like a flower.
I really did like that dress. I like it sitting down. I like it standing up. I like the movement, like when she's walking. It's like the flowers come alive on her. That was a really nice dress.
It
And
is
the
a beautiful.
simple hair
Yep.
made it great.
Okay. What do we think about Angela's dress?
I liked Angela's dress, although it did look a little cheap to me, but it still looked nice. You know, she's serving up body for her age. I just did not like the shoes because her
Yep.
her feet looked all a size 17 in them shoes.
Yep.
And they
Okay.
didn't have to.
Now, hold on. It was somebody's shoes. I think it's Shamia's shoes and Portia's shoes had me just gone. What about girl? She looks. I'm gonna agree with you on that one, Drea. I saw your comment. what is what do you think of Kelly's dress?
Okay, so she is petite. She had on too much hair. There was too many things going on the dress.
Yep, I
And
like the
then
shoes.
the shoes are beautiful. When they
Love the
showed them
shoes.
up close, they were
Yep.
beautiful. But then she had this big long curtain going on the bottom. The
Uh-huh.
ruching and the ruffles and the rosettes. The then at the top she got the wing shooting off in one direction. It was just too much. It swallowed her and it made her shorter.
It
It
looks shorter. Yep.
compressed her.
Now remember,
Um,
they were going for the Grenada theme of that night that they went out. Okay. Uh,
so she came dressed like a pig farting. What are you trying to tell me?
I don't know what.
And then Dodo Bird next to her with her dress that was falling apart before she even got out on stage. Girl, buy something in your size and or find a designer that can cut to your boxy frame.
I was looking at Drew's dress and I was kind of confused. I was trying to. I don't know if she was going for the peacock. I have no idea. But my favorite dresses. Okay,
Mhm,
I'm gonna go with Shamia first.
mhm.
I love Portia's dress. Love it. I just wish that gold would have came down some more. I love the way she got it because she got a new breast thing to put them back into place. I love Angela's dress. Okay. I don't know what was going on with Phaedra. Phaedra, you got two young sons, honey, and that headpiece, I just and them earrings.
Just look cheap.
Yeah, I just didn't
Cheap.
understand what was going on, Phaedra. You dress better walking around your house than what you did coming to that reunion, okay? And
Yeah.
I'm going to agree that Cynthia's dress was safe.
It was appropriate for her being a friend because she's not getting the full-time peach paycheck. So why put any effort? And she wasn't even supposed to be out there that early if you think about it.
Nope,
But
because
they
it's
had to
only two.
pull a Hail Mary because
Yep,
the other girl didn't show up.
Britt. So hold on, let me see. I had found Britt Eaton's dress. Hold on, let me go back and find Britt's dress. Hold on. Britt Eaton reunion look. Because Portia said that she had told them that she was gonna be there and some where is Britt's? I found it. I
Mhm.
saw it because it was gold and she looked beautiful. Image.
You know what? I saw it too. And the thing is, don't fucking show me your outfit if you ain't fucking show up. I'm not interested. She didn't have the balls to show up, then drop her lawsuit. She
Yep.
pulled out at the last minute. She was lying to people up until to 12 hours beforehand and dropped a lawsuit. Don't bother to show us what you would have wore. You should have fucking showed up and showed us what you
Oh,
was
I
wearing.
found it. I found it. I found it. But it's not. Oh, it was on her Instagram post. But this
Mm-hmm.
is small. I can't bring it. Hold on. Hold on. It was on her Instagram post. Hold on. Let me show you her dress. Uh, share Instagram. And Drew is being sued. Um,
Well, she said she was gonna, but she ain't get no paperwork yet.
yep. So there's her dress that she was gonna. So there's her reunion look.
Don't care.
It's all see through, girl, but I love it. I love it. So anyway, that's the reunion looks. So, all right, let's get on with it. What do you
Mm.
think? So we start out. Andy is all up Portia's ass. You know, he's kissing her ass. She's telling us about Simon, how she don't want to discuss Simon, but she discusses Simon and how she's happy to be filming in her house, and
Mhm.
that him being detained really set the divorce back, which is true. And then Andy asked the question that we all people were saying. They believe that she called ICE on Simon. And she says that didn't do her any good if she would have called. So what do you think?
Mm, did I listen to any of this? I don't think so.
Okay. So
Yeah, no, I didn't listen to any of this. I can't remember what I paid attention when Drew was talking about the lawsuit. And I think I paid attention at the end when it wasn't the end when Shamia and Portia started arguing over who introduced who to Simon and all of that.
okay, I didn't really think they were arguing because Angela said, was it Angela said that when they were in Tennessee or Memphis, wherever they were, um, is that Shamia said that she introduced Portia to Simon.
But
And what?
here's the thing though. When they showed the clip, that clip made me side with Shamia because she said, I was there from the beginning and
Yeah,
I
that's all
saw it
she
from the
said.
beginning. It didn't say that she hooked them up or
Yep.
introduced them or anything like that. However, if you go back to Campire, he
Wow.
when Portia stole that woman husband, um had highlighted a post of Portia and Shamia together, where Portia says that that Shamia was the best matchmaker ever, and he was
Okay.
commenting on it. So
Well, I
that's
don't
why
watch Empire,
everybody
so
thinks no, but
okay.
that's why everybody thinks that Shamia introduced the two of them.
My
It's
thing
not
is,
because of what she said; it was because of what Portia said.
but Angela said that Shamia said she introduced them, and she never did.
Unless production is trying to save Shamia as much as they trying to save Angela and only putting up the clips that they want to put up.
Okay, so with that, when Andy asked Portia,
Mhm.
and she paused, and then she said no.
Because
So
she's lying because she knows she put up that social media post on IG when she went with that woman's husband and said her bestie, Shamia, who was standing right next to her in the post, was the best matchmaker ever.
well, that could have meant for somebody else.
Nope. It
Okay,
was for Simon because she had just gotten with Simon.
okay. So Portia said that she had spoke to Britt last night, and she had her believing that she was coming.
Mhm.
So they aren't they in New York, right? For the
Mhm.
reunion, or was Andy in Atlanta?
No, they were in Atlanta. They were in Atlanta.
Okay. Okay.
So she didn't even have to travel. She had to leave home.
Okay. And then Drew said that she had gotten a text from her a few weeks back.
Mhm.
And she was basically saying now why was she gonna sue Drew? I'm confused.
Because a podcaster said something. I didn't understand how it related to Drew.
Yeah, because Kenya said, oh, I know. Kenya said that Drew was the one that sent her the information on Brent.
Oh, I
Drew
didn't
is
know it
the
was
one.
Drew.
Yes, Kenya said Drew is the one that supplied her with those pics for the poster.
What? Drew, why you
That's
gonna go
why
do
I
that?
believe that Drew had something to do with trying to set up Phaedra.
I think, okay, y'all know that I think this is all production. And I think it is to keep Phaedra on her toes and let her know that what happened to her before could happen again. They want to get rid of Drew. So they're gonna put her in this. And I don't think they anticipated uh Angela and the people that ride for her was going to play such a factor with these two idiots, Alex and who's the other fella? Can't remember.
Marcus.
Maurice? Marcus. Yeah, I think this is all production.
So, what do you think about Kelly's finances when they were talking about her finances and how she had owed back rent of $100,000 on
Mm-hmm.
her restaurant space? And she was saying that well, she had $200,000 in divorce thing, but you're getting your dog groomed, you have your bodyguard, you're
Mm-hmm.
shopping and buying Prada bags for your daughter, giving
Mm-hmm.
her priorities are all fucked up.
Not necessarily. Don't forget,
Okay,
he stole a $500,000 from her, the
that's what
ex-husband.
she says.
Right. But also, in addition to having her restaurants, or now it's down to just one restaurant, she has cookbooks out there. She's a published author.
Okay,
So she, I believe that she's done a really good job of getting multiple streams of income, and she's accustomed to living a certain way,
now
right?
she just got okay. So right
Mhm.
before the reunion or right after the reunion, she
Mhm.
was hit with another lawsuit for not paying her credit cards.
Mhm. And
But
that
they're
could
saying it's
be
because of the divorce.
And it could be because the attorneys are going to want their money up front. And if her husband or ex husband, even if they said he had to pay all attorneys' fees for both parties, it seems like he's not going to want to pay. So who are her lawyers going to come to? Well, you give us the money until we get it from your husband. She has
Ye-
to pay her attorney's fees.
Yep. So what do you think about Portia talking about her prenup and how the
Mhm.
one thing she wanted to put in? She said it took 9 months for the prenup. No, because they were married. It didn't take no damn 9 months.
one
Am
of
I
the
crazy?
weddings one of the weddings, I think they had like a lot of the symbolic African weddings first,
Okay.
but the legal American one was delayed because of the prenup.
Okay.
Hmm.
Okay. All right. So she said it took like 9 months, I think she said. And one of the things she definitely wanted in there was the house. She said Simon had owned the house. He bought the
Hmm.
house before they were married, and that was a condition.
Right, but she only negotiated to live in the house. She acting like she owned in the house. But what's the point of living in that house when the man is deported and then doesn't have to pay you? the $40,000 a month to help you live pretty in the house. It makes no sense.
Now she said that she she got him, and then she, what did she say? She gave him back, and she goes, "Okay, let's leave it there." I was done. I was like, "Okay, Portia," but what do you think about her getting up and giving Drew a hug when she? Okay, I wanted her to produce that text message from Dennis where she read off what Dennis allegedly said. She said she no longer had the message. But did anybody see when Portia stood up, her ass was wet, the back of her dress was wet?
It's probably sweating.
Did anybody notice that?
No, I don't look at her donkey booty.
The divorce is personal, the rent is business, two different things. Correct. Ah. So thank you, Ryan. That's what I'm saying. Kelly's money is funny. She started to sound like Sheree when she goes, "It'll be open this summer." Guess what? It's still not open.
Look, I think she overextended herself on this show. I think if she hadn't gotten the show, she would have been fine. But I think she overextended herself.
So with the Portia and Drew stuff, okay? Portia said she was telling Dennis if he showed up on camera, it wasn't about him fucking, because the one that asked if Drew was sleeping with Dennis was Shamia. Portia
Mm-hmm.
said she just didn't want him filming with any other housewives on the show.
Shamia asked if they were dating.
I swore she said, "Are you fucking him?" But
I
then,
think later on she might have said, or she might have said, I never asked if you were fucking, I asked if you was dating.
okay, but then my problem with this is,
Mm-hmm.
remember when Portia went to meet Shamia and she acted like she didn't know that that the basement guy was
Ralph, yeah.
that Ralph wasn't gonna. Portia said basically she did it on purpose because Drew filmed with Dennis. So you weren't surprised when you saw Ralph. You said you thought you would just go and meet Shamia. You knew Ralph was gonna be there.
Yep. Yep. And I think her going over to hug Drew was a deflection because one, she didn't have the text messages because she knew she lied. Um, and that apology about how, we're both going through divorces and, I wouldn't want that to happen. I wouldn't want somebody going to meet with Dennis. So I'm sorry for doing that. Lies, lies,
I
lies.
don't think she was sincere either.
Nope.
I really don't. But I'm not gonna hug somebody that's gonna go on a podcast and the Breakfast Club with that old bald headed bitch and talk about my hair and my business.
Mm.
Drew went on the Breakfast Club and was trashing Go Naked hair, which this bitch was wearing all the time, which looked good on her. The shit she's wearing now do not look good on her.
Look, I would have bad talked them too. Here's why. They are, and when I say they, production is trying to get rid of Drew. And the wives are helping them.
But what about the alliance when it was going to be Britt, Shamia,
Mm-hmm.
Kelly, and Portia? Portia act like she didn't know nothing about that.
And that's why I think she's lying.
I think Britt caused all kind of issues. I think Britt lied on a lot of these people on the show.
Mm-hmm.
I think Britt is just a troublemaker.
Agreed. And I think that Portia was telling these girls that she was in an alliance with them until the whole thing went down with Kenya. And then
Mhm.
she realized that Faye was coming back. And then she was like, oh, what alliance?
Yeah, because she says that an alliance on any show like that kills the show. because you're not going to be authentic. That's what
Who
she said.
taught her that?
Her mama probably. I don't know. Okay,
Hmm.
so then we have the whole thing. Uh, did you see the way Shamia was rolling her eyes at Portia, and Portia was looking at Shamia and rolling her eyes?
Hmm. We went back to
This
high school, but I get the feeling like these girls were not friends for as long as they're trying to tell us. Because if their mothers got into this big argument over daycare centers, then I don't see the girls being friends. And when he asked about the Sweet 16, it didn't seem like either one of them went to each another's Sweet 16. So I don't think that they're that great of a friend all these years. I really don't. I think that Shamia was there for Portia when she needed smoke blown up her ass. And I think Shamia is kind of jealous that all of her friends have gone on and gotten their dreams, and she is now struggling, still trying to get hers. But Shamia, if you had the stuff that a star is made of, you would have been discovered a long time ago too, especially with all of the money and
that
access
your
that
husband
your
has.
not just the husband, but her parents had money too. They could have made that happen for her. There's enough music producers down there in Atlanta for how many decades she could have gotten somewhere. But again, I'm not saying that she can't sing. She can sing, but does she have that star quality? No.
So you think Drew has it?
Drew should stick to acting.
Yep, she's good at acting. So okay, so we have that. Um, again, Portia calls Shamia lies. Shamia is telling Portia she's lying, and I don't know who to believe right now. I
Neither
really
one of
don't.
the two of them.
But okay, so then we have, girl, what do you think with Angela coming out there and trying to pull a what's her name with a folder, trying to prove that Phaedra knew these people because she has siblings that went to school with them.
That was so disappointing. That was so disappointing. But we saw that where Alex really did give her the heads up because Phaedra said, but I've been told that you were trying to coerce them into saying it was me.
Yep.
So, I mean, she was ready for this, blindside. She wasn't blindsided by it. I was just very disappointed in Inspector Gadget's file folder.
I
It was
was like,
not a binder.
I was like, wait a minute.
The
He's
binder
showing
was
pictures.
lethal.
She was like, who is this? And she was like, that's your mother. I'm like, okay. And your mother knows his, that girl, do you know how many people my mother know and I don't know? Do you know how many people my sisters went to school with? I don't know, but they know me.
I don't know. It was just it was just a big womp womp. It was a big womp womp. It
I'll
was
give you.
not good.
So I went to school with Juvenile's sister. Yeah, his sister. Um, I didn't know that was him. I had no idea.
Hmm.
So okay. I was like, girl, is that what you coming with? Come on now. And Phaedra just cool, calm, and collected. And Andy was like, but what is that proving? She goes, she knew. He goes, no. She goes, that proves my siblings. No.
But even so, right? I
Mm-hmm.
went to school with MC Light, right?
Mm-hmm.
Does she know me now?
No.
No. There you go.
I remember you told me that. No, that don't mean shit. And even
Oh, and
Portia
her
sitting.
mother recently died from cancer. Rest in peace. I was so sad when I saw that post on her
Okay.
IG because I remember her mom.
So I'm just gonna say this. This reunion to me started out, it's kind of disappointing. Um, because as you said, the season was cut short, stuff was taken out. So we're missing stuff. We're missing it. So is it next week that the husbands are going to come on? Because there's only two. I thought it was three. Is it three or two parts?
I don't know. I thought it was two, but then somebody heard Andy say three.
I swore he said three.
But here's where I knew they
Let
were
me
in
see.
trouble,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
He went around and said, "Hello, how you do?" to everybody, and then he brought out the friend, Cynthia. What friend comes out within the first 15 minutes? Never happens. They were fumbling from the time they found out that that girl wasn't showing up. And they were
And they got hit
juggling.
with that 25 with that 20 million lawsuit.
I'm thinking they were just juggling, trying to reorder the questions and when people were coming out and all of
It's
that.
three parts. It's three parts.
That is going to be a waste of time.
It's three parts.
That's going to be a complete waste of time. We don't have anything to talk about because the biggest thing of the season was Kenya, what Kenya did to Brit. And we
And
can't
why
even
aren't
talk
they
about
talking
that.
about that? Why didn't they talk about that in part one? Why? Because they cut it?
I think because the girl didn't show up.
Yeah. So the reunion seemed off kilter to me. It was like we were
Mhm.
missing stuff.
They were scrambling to
Because
make
Portia
up for
was
the
sitting
girl
over
not being
there.
there.
It was just Portia and Phaedra.
Mm-hmm.
And Britt should have been over there. And
Yep.
Cynthia would have sooner or later went set over there. And
Right.
you know Kenya, but Kenya's not there. Britt's not there. And Britt should have shown up to take her medicine.
Yep.
And then they asked, did they ever find out what Britt did for a living? I said, fuck Britt. What about her daddy? Oh, but Angela's mother died. Did you hear that?
That was on the show.
No.
Yeah.
Lundy's death was on the show.
So was
Angela's
Angela's
mom had just
mother.
bought a new house.
And then shortly afterwards, they had a thing that said that her mother had passed.
Oh, girl, I didn't even see that.
Yeah. They didn't do a big, like how they're doing with Lundy. They just mentioned it that her mother had passed.
I didn't know that. I was shocked. I'm like, wait a minute. She just moved into a new house.
Yeah, like I know I heard it from the actual season. Drea, Ryan, do y'all remember that it was in the show that her mother had died?
I didn't even see that. I
Yeah.
remember they put up the thing about Lundy. I didn't remember them doing anything about Angela's mom because I was shocked. And you know, I watched The Housewives, and I was shocked when they said and keep Angela's mom, well, Angela, with the loss of her. I was like, wait a minute, what?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that. I did not know that.
Oh.
So I need to watch The Real Housewives of OC. I need to watch the first part.
Thank you, Michelle.
Okay. So yeah, I didn't see that
Drea, how you don't watch no more and you know everything that's going on?
because she be on Reddit.
Oh, okay.
She be on Reddit. Dre on Reddit. That's where Drea get all her shit from. And she follows these people to see what's going on.
See, I don't watch what happens live.
I do. I watch what happens live, especially when I know they're gonna have, like when they had Phaedra on after the whole thing, uh, before the season finale. He had Phaedra on, and even Andy don't believe that Phaedra had anything to do with that shit. Oh yeah, so
Because he set up production to frame her.
you think Andy set it up?
I firmly believe this was production.
You think Andy had something to do with that? And Phaedra goes, I was only there for 10 days. What? I don't even know her.
I think it was to just keep her in her place.
I don't think so.
I do.
That I'm going to disagree with you on. I
I
think
think it was easy to like I know that they would have gotten her out of it because, like, she had only came in for 10 days of filming. So she went on one trip, fine. But she is the easiest one to blame based on her history.
But I've always when I think Drew had something to do with it, but I don't. Well, we already know that Drew and Angela were there, but Drew just looked even when they were sitting there. And
Mhm.
I'm so serious. If you go back and look, Drew was the only one not surprised. She wanted to know, but what did he have to say? Wait, what? No, no. She goes, what? Why would? And Phaedra was the one was like, why would he think and her and Kelly? Why would he think that's appropriate? But Drew was right there, girl, just itching, itching. I don't trust Drew. Ralph in the basement. Oh, and Ralph interviewed Kelly's husband. I
After
need
he
to,
got out of jail?
yes, I need to go
Mm.
find it. He interviewed Kelly's husband.
He doesn't seem very stable.
Who, Kelly's husband or Ralph?
Well, in this case, Kelly's husband.
Well, I'm going to go find that interview. Because I understand that Ralph's on YouTube or whatever, Spotify, wherever he's at, I'm going to find that interview.
Hmm.
I'm going to find it. Okay, anything else? But I was kind of disappointed because I needed more details and I felt like I'm left with just a lot of unanswered questions.
Well, girl, if you're disappointed at the first part one, it's downhill from here.
Okay.
I think the best clips that they had for the 3 episodes were shown in the promotional teaser,
Okay.
and it's just I don't think they have much. They didn't even have enough for 2 episodes. How are we going to drag this through 3?
Ralph is trash, of course. He interviewed Kelly's husband. Oh,
Mm-mm.
and when Portia apologized for
Wait,
Angela
what time is
for
it?
telling her that she wanted that she would sleep with her husband, it
Mhm.
did. It was discombobulated. It really was, Michelle.
Well, it's 9 o'clock, and I have to go and watch Whitney and take notes.
Yep, go watch Whitney. I'm gonna watch her tomorrow. But shit,
Mhm.
yeah, I'll watch her tomorrow. But anyway, I am because I've been up, Debbie, since something this morning. Then I laid back down, and then I couldn't
Mm-mm.
sleep, and my eyes are getting heavy right now. I got to get myself on a sleeping schedule because it's going to sleep at 5:30, getting up 1, 2 o'clock is not working anymore.
Oh dear.
I got to get
Mm.
myself on a sleep schedule. But
Yeah.
I think I'm going to go for a walk before I go to sleep. And that way I'll come back and take a nice hot bath and
Mm-hmm.
then I'll go to bed.
All right. Well, you get some rest. And guys, it
Thank you.
was nice hanging with you.
Thank you. And I got to call
Righty.
to tomorrow too. Bye, guys. Have a great evening.
Bye.
Bye. Oh, let me go out of here. Oh, what am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing anymore. I'm not laughing. Bye, girl.
Bye.